सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतम्. Welcome to the Experience Jagadguru Srikrishna through Ashtottara Shatanamavali meaning course. We'll first chant the Ashtottara Shatanama Stotram. Om Asya Shri Krishna Ashtottara Shatanama Stotrasya Shri Shesha Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Krishno Devata Shri Krishna Prityathe Shri Krishna Ashtottara Shatanama Jape Viniyogah श्रीशेष उवाच श्रीकृष्णः कमलानाथो वासुदेवः सनातनः वसुदेवात्मजः पुण्यो लीलामानुषविग्रहः श्रीवत्सकौस्तुभधरो यशोदावत्सलो हरिः चतुर्भुजात्यचक्रासि गदाशङ्खाम्बुजायुधः देवकीनन्दनः श्रीशो नन्दगोपप्रियात्मजः यमुनावेगसंहारी बलभद्रप्रियानुजः पूतनाजीवितहरः शकटासुरभञ्जनः नन्दव्रजजनानन्दी सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः नवनीतविलिप्ताङ्गो नवनीतनटो नघः नवनीतनवाहारो मुचुकुन्दप्रसादकः षोडशस्त्रीसहस्रेशस्त्रिभङ्गी मधुराकृतिः शुकवागमृताब्धीन्दुर्गोविन्दो गोविदाम्पतिः अयोगिनां पतिः वत्सवाटचरोऽनन्तो धेनुकासुरभञ्जनः तृणीकृततृणावर्तो यमलार्जुनभञ्जनः उत्तालतालभेत्ता च तमालश्यामलाकृतिः गोपगोपीश्वरो योगी कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभः इलापतिः परं ज्योतिर्यादवेन्द्रो यदूद्वहः वनमाली पीतवासाः पारिजातापहारकः गोवर्धनाचलोद्धर्ता गोपालः सर्वपालकः अजो निरञ्जनः कामजनकः कञ्जलोचनः मधुहा मथुरानाथो द्वारकानायको बली वृन्दावनान्तसञ्चारी तुलसीदामभूषणः त्यमन्तकमणेर्हर्ता नरनारायणात्मकः कुब्जा कृष्णाम्बरधरो मायी परमपूरुषः मुष्टिकासुरचाणूरमल्लयुद्धविशारदः संसारवैरी कंसारिर्मुरारिर्नरकान्तकः अनादिब्रह्मचारी च कृष्णाभ्यसनकर्षकः शिशुपालशिरश्छेत्ता दुर्योधनकुलान्तकः विदूराक्रूरवरदो विश्वरूपप्रदर्शकः सत्यवाक्सत्यसङ्कल्पः सत्यभामारतो जयी सुभद्रा पूर्वजो विष्णुर्भीष्ममुक्तिप्रदायकः जगद्गुरुर्जगन्नाथो वेणुनादविशारदः वृषभासुरविध्वंसी बाणासुरनरकरान्तकः युधिष्ठिरप्रतिष्ठाता बर्हिबर्हावतंसकः पार्थसारथिरव्यक्तो गीतामृतमहोदधिः कालीयफणिमाणिक्यरञ्जितश्रीपदाम्बुजः दामोदरो यज्ञभोक्ता दानवेन्द्रविनाशकः नारायणः परब्रह्म पन्नगाशनवाहनः जलक्रीडासमासक्तगोपीवस्त्रापहारकः पुण्यश्लोकस्तीर्थपादो वेदवेद्योदयानिधिः सर्वतीर्थात्मकः सर्वग्रहरूपी परात्परः इत्येवं कृष्णदेवस्य नाम्नामष्टोत्तरं शतम् कृष्णेन कृष्णभक्तेन श्रुत्वा गीतामृतं पुरा स्तोत्रं कृष्णप्रियकरं कृतं तस्मान्मया श्रुतम् कृष्णनामामृतन्नाम परमानन्ददायकं सर्वोपद्रवदुःखघ्नं परमायुष्यवर्धनम् दानं रतं तपस्तीर्थं यत्कृतन्तिह जन्मनि पठतां शृण्वतां चैव कोटिकोटिगुणं भवेत् पुत्रप्रदमपुत्राणामगतीनां गतिप्रदं धनावहं दरिद्राणां जयेच्छूनां जयावहं शिशूनां गोकुलानां च पुष्टिदं पुण्यवर्धनं वातग्रहज्वरादीनां शमनं शान्तिकारकम् अन्ते कृष्णस्मरणदं भवतापत्रयापहम् असिद्धसाधकं भद्रे जपादिकरमात्मनां
कृष्णाय यादवेन्द्राय ज्ञानमुद्राय योगिने नाथाय रुक्मिणीशाय नमो वेदान्तवेदिने इमं मन्त्रं महादेवि जपन्नेव दिवानिशं सर्वग्रहानुग्रहभाक् सर्वप्रियतमो भवेत् पुत्रपौत्रैः परिवृतः सर्वसिद्धिसमृद्धिमान् निर्विश्य भोगानन्तेऽपि कृष्णसायुज्यमाप्नुयात् इति श्रीनारदपाञ्चरात्रे ज्ञानामृतसारे उमामहेश्वरसंवादे धरणीशेषसंवादे श्रीकृष्णाष्टोत्तरशतनामस्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्।
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. Welcome to the Ashtottara Krishna Ashtottara Shatanama Stotram. Till yesterday we had 2 classes. We studied about 30 names. We also went through some stories. We understood how these namas are very interesting. And we have started experiencing Bhagavan Krishna in a very beautiful way. We will be doing the 31st Nama. From the 31st Nama onwards, we will be studying today. The Nama that we will be studying now Govidam Pataye Namaha. Govidam Pataye Namaha. Govidam Pataye Namaha. Yesterday we understood different meanings of the word go. Gauhu. The first meaning everybody knows, familiar, is cow. The second meaning is Swarga. The third meaning is Bana, Pashu, Vak, Vajram, Dik, direction. Go also means Bhumi. Go also means Netra, eye. Go also means Vak. Go means senses. So these are the meanings that we saw. Now here, see the difference between the previous Nama and this Nama. We should carefully note. Previous Nama is Govinda. Govindaya Namaha. Here it is Govidam Pataye Namaha. It is not Govindam Pataye Namaha. It is Govidam Pataye Namaha. This is the first thing that we have to note. Vid Jnane Dhatuhu. Veti Vittaha Vidanti. So Gaha Vidanti iti Govidaha. One who knows, one who understands the go. Now go has got many meanings. Cow, Vedas, earth, senses, etc. The most famous in Vishnu Sahasranama also this Nama comes. Govidam Patihi. There the meaning that is taken is go is taken as Veda. So one who knows the Veda is Govidaha. Govidaha is that person who knows the Veda. Now this Nama is Govidam Patihi. He is the Lord of those who know the Veda. So he is the Lord of those who understands the Gomata. As Gomata, how do you understand Gomata? Gomata is Kamadhenu. She is having Trayastrimshat Koti Devata in her Prishtabhaga. She is Lakshmi Swarupa. Like this, if you understand Go, amongst all those people who worship Gomata, for them, he is the Pati. He is the master of them. One who understands Vedas, he is the master of them. One who understands the Bhumi, that we should not destroy the Bhumi, we should keep the earth clean. So today we call it by the name environment. But in our Vedic days, it was called as Prakriti, nature. We always used to respect the nature. Amongst the people who respect the nature, he is the master of them. Govidam Patihi. Same way census, etc. So let us take the meaning of Go as Veda and see how we can interpret this in even further. Or Go Vani, Go Vani, Vedavani, Tam Vidanti iti Govidaha. The Veda Pratipadya Vishaya is Bhagavan Vishnu himself. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. He is the Pratipadya Vishaya of the Vedas. So somebody, if something has to be known through the Vedas, it is the Paramatma, it is Vishnu, it is Krishna. So now if he is the subject matter of the Vedas, definitely he is the Lord of those who know the Veda. Because see, once we understand the Veda, through Veda, we understand knowledge in the Veda. Through that knowledge, we want to attain moksha. Jnana devahi kaivalyam. We want to attain moksha through the knowledge. So once he is known and understood, Bhagavan, the Ishvara, becomes the ruler of the heart because he resides in the heart. The ahankara, the krodha, the ego, whatever is exists in the heart, they all go away. Then we become, our chitta shuddhi happens, and then jnana is attained. This is the process of attaining self-realization or moksha. So Govidam Pataye Namaha means by he is the Lord of those who knows the Vedas and he excels within himself. This is the Tatparya we can take from this. Vatsavatacharaya Namaha. Vatsavatacharaha. What is this Vata? There is a Pata Bheda. Some people say Vatsavati Chara. Vatsavati Charaya Namaha. Vatsavata Charaya Namaha. Vataha, Vati, path. Our Krishna is a Gopala. He protects the calves. So he knows the path of the calves. Vatsavata Charaya Namaha. One who goes in the path of the calves to protect them. We have heard of a story. There was one calf which gets caught by a tiger in Gokula. Now, this mother cow goes in search of the calf and okay, I am just recollecting the story. So there was a tiger which enters Gokula. It sees a cow which is full of flesh, very nice grown cow. So this cow is dragged by some method into a cave where this tiger is there. So the tiger says, "You are my ahara. Now I have to kill you and eat you." Now this cow says, I have to go back to my calf. I have just given birth to a calf which is 2 days old. I have to go back to my calf and come back to you. Just like this. So the tiger says, if you go away, how will you come back? You will never come back. But still, since you are pleading, I will allow you to go. So the cow goes back, feeds the calf, tells the other cow that you take care of my calf, and comes back to the tiger. Now this calf, why I am telling this story is this calf goes in search of the mother, and it also lands up in the cave. So now who are there in the cave? Tiger is there, the mother cow is there, the calf is there. The tiger is very happy. I wanted only the mother cow. The calf also has come. I will eat both of them. It is thinking. The calf is now pleading to the tiger, don't eat my mother, you eat me. Mother is telling, you leave my child, you eat me. So they are discussing like this. Now Krishna, he sees the path of the cow and the calf. He traverses along that path. He goes there and he goes and talks to the tiger and nullifies the tiger and gets these cow and calf released from the clutches of the tiger. Because he was a Vatsavatachara, he could do this activity. Vatsavatachara Yanamaha, he always traversed in the path of the calves. What for? Only to protect them. That was the Bhagavan Krishna's greatest Leela. Next Nama is Anantaya Namaha. Normally Anta is end, Adi is beginning. Ananta, yes, Ananta, na Anta, Ananta. Like that people can tell. Avidyamanaha Antaha Yasya Saha. Saha Anantaha, one who does not have end. But here it is better to take the meaning as one who is limitless. He has no limitation. He has no limitation of time. He has no limitation of space. He has no limitation of any object. He is the limitless person. Sarva Vyapi. He is a see, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. This is what the Upanishad says. Saha Bhagavan Sarva Vyapitvat. He is there everywhere. He is always there. He is eternal. He was there before. He is there now. He is going to be there in the future also. So there is no time limitation, no object limitation. He is the same Sarva Vyapi. He is the same Ishvara. And this is one meaning for Anantaya Namaha. There is one more meaning. Suppose somebody tries to find the gunas, attributes of Bhagavan Ishvara, Parameshvara, or Bhagavan Krishna, how many attributes can we tell about him? Today we are telling Ashtottara Shatanama. Vishnu Sahasranama is there. Gopala Sahasranama is there. Krishna Sahasranama is there. Govinda Sahasranama is there. Narayana Sahasranama is there. So many Sahasranamas are there. If you add all the Sahasranama, it will become 10,000 names. So countless attributes. If you study Srimad Bhagavatam, you will get to know so many attributes of him. So he is one who is having limitless, countless attributes. Therefore, he is Ananta. Ananta Narayana. People keep the name as Ananta Narayana for the child or for the elders. You have somebody called Ananta Narayana. countless, one who has limitless attributes. Now this Ananta, the word Ananta has been explained in the Vishnu Purana. Even the Gandharvas, the Apsaras, the Siddhas, the Kinnaras, the Uragas cannot know the extent of his gunas, countless gunas. That is what the Vishnu Purana says. Therefore, he is Ananta. There is Ananta is also the name of Shesha. Shesha is Adi Shesha. This Adi Shesha is called Ananta. That is the beauty of the name. So, since Adi Shesha is a part of Vishnu, he is Vishnu Sahita Adi Shesha is Ananta. He is sleeping on Shesha. That is why in Tiruvananthapuram we have the Ananta Bhagavan. In Kerala we have that Ananta temple where you have 3 doors, and in one part of the door you can see the face of the Bhagavan. In the middle you can see the Hridaya and Udara of the Bhagavan, the stomach and the heart. In the other door you can see the Divya Pada Darshanam of Bhagavan. This is how the temple is organized. Ananta is there. We have Ananta Chaturdashi, where specifically we worship on this form of Ananta, Bhagavan Ananta, on Ananta Chaturdashi day. It's a special vrata which is done for Mahavishnu. The next name, from here there will be a lot of interesting stories. All the children, you can be very alert. Dhenuka Surabhanjana Yanamaha. Most of you must be knowing all these stories also. He is the one who is the slayer of Dhenukasura. Now in Bhagavata 10th Skanda, Adhyaya 15, we have the story of Dhenukasura Vadha. Krishna, see, once Krishna and Balarama, the story goes like this. Once Krishna and Balarama started attending to cows and took them for grazing. So they used to take the other Gopalas also. There were so many friends, they were all Gopalas. They fully enjoyed the beauty of Vrindavan. They had fun with the Gopalas. They played a lot of games. While the cows were grazing, these people played a lot of games. There was one friend of Krishna and Balarama called Sridama. So he told them, see, there is a nearby forest here, small Udyana, which is like a forest. It is like a mini forest with lots of palm trees. And these palm trees, and there are also palm trees, fruit trees, etc. Everybody is afraid to enter this mini forest because there is a asura called Dhenukasura, who roams in the forest in the form of donkey. Dhenukasura is the form of the asura is like he is like a donkey. So Sridama says we should all go there once and see if we can get those fruits, and suggested that we enter the forest. If Krishna and Balarama also are there, because they were afraid to go alone. Then Krishna first thinks for some time, then say, okay, we will all go. So they all agreed, and they all entered that forest. On seeing the palm trees, what Balarama does is he shakes all the trees and all the palm fruits fell down. Now when the fruits started falling down, this Dhenukasura hears the noise of the fruits falling down and he comes running and to attack them. He hits Balarama with forcefully and runs around him. So they run like this, that like the merry-go-round, no? They keep on running. Dhenukasura also is running. Balarama is also running. Run, 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 run. Fire in the mountain. Run, run, run. They keep on running. As he again made an attempt to hit, he makes an attempt to hit Balarama. Balarama picks the back legs of the donkey, and he takes the donkey and swirls the donkey like this, and dashed it in against a palm tree. The nearby there was one palm tree. He dashed it against the palm tree and killed him on the spot. Now, because of the force used on the palm tree, the trees got uprooted and fell on the next tree, setting off a chain reaction, resulting in the falling of many trees. We will understand this later, but Dhenukasura is now killed. That is why he is called as Dhenukasura Bhanjanaya Namaha. So Dhenukasura Bhanjanaha. Trinikrita Trinavartaya Namaha. Trinikrita Trinavartaya Namaha. Trinavarta. So Atrinam Trinam Kritaha. Trinikritaha. Trinikritaha Trinavartaha Yenasaha. One who killed the Trinavarta. Trinavarta, he was a demon who was like a whirlwind. He used to keep on circling like this, like a wind. He had the power of wind and he could take everybody along with him. One day, what happened? The story goes like this. One day, Yashoda was pampering Krishna. Krishna suddenly is very heavy. So Yashoda feels, I should put Krishna on the ground. So she puts Krishna on the ground and went to do her works. At that time, there comes a Asura called Trinavarta, who was one of the persons sent by Kamsa. He came in the form of a whirlwind. He caused the sand particles. So what? As soon as Trinavarta came, he caused the sand particles to fly all around, making people to close their eyes. So all people started closing their eyes because the sand started coming. Now, when everybody closed their eyes, this Trinavarta, he carried Krishna and the place became terribly dark. The flying of dust caused by the whirlwind made the place very dark. So when the things quietened after some time, Yashoda noticed Krishna missing from the scene and she fainted. Her maids were unable to understand how the child could be missing and started to cry. So now what Krishna did? What is the status of Krishna and Trinavarta? Trinavarta is carrying Krishna through the whirlwind power to a great height. What did Krishna do? He increased his body weight by his yogic powers. Trinavarta found Krishna very heavy, so he could not carry more than how much was his force. So he slowed down considerably. Unable to carry him longer, Trinavarta let go of Krishna. Now, Krishna started holding Trinavarta near his face and held him tight. For this reason, Krishna could not be put down. Now, Trinavarta had to bend and he tried to get himself released. He fell down on a rock and people saw a huge Rakshasa falling down on the ground and all the bones breaking due to the impact. They found Krishna playing on the chest of Trinavarta. They lifted and happily handed over Krishna to Yashoda. So this is the occasion where the Trinavarta was killed. This is there in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Adhyaya 7, chapter 7. Trinikrita Trinavartaya Namaha. Trinikritaha means he made as though Atrinam Trinikritaha, the worldwide demon, the whirlwind demon, who was such a powerful demon, he made him equal to a grass. Trinikritaha, Trinam means grass. Atrinam Trinam Kritaha. He made Trinavarta, a powerful demon, equal to a grass. This was the Krishna Leela. This is the Nama. Yamalarjuna Bhanjanaya Namaha. Yamalarjuna Bhanjanaya Namaha. This is another Leela of Bhagavan Krishna. The story has to be told here. Yamalarjuna is Arjuna refers to the two Arjuna trees. Arjuna is the name of a tree. Yamalarjuna means the twin trees. Yamala means Yamalau in Sanskrit means twin. So the two Arjuna trees. He is the one who, Krishna is the one who broke the true Arjuna trees. Why did he cut the trees or break the trees? What was the reason for that? There is a story. One day, as Yashoda was feeding milk to Krishna, she noticed the milk in the kitchen was boiling. She left Krishna and went to the kitchen. Krishna was hungry. So he went near the Dadi Bhanda, where the curds was there. He started taking the curds by himself and he broke the mud pot which was containing the curd. So Yashoda came there and she acted as, and this fellow acted as if he was afraid and sat in a corner eating the butter. So when Yashoda returned, she notices the broken mud pot, all the curds on the floor. And she was very angry. Though she loved the pranks of Krishna, still she smiled at him, but internally she smiled. Then she took a stick and tried to chase him. Yashoda then followed him and captured him. She threw away the stick and tried to tie him to a stone pounder. In those days, there was a pounding stone. In Tamil, they say this is Ural. So there's a pounding stone on which the rice is pounded. We didn't have machines to pound the rice. Today we have rice mill, etc. In those days, it was a stone pounder. So she tried to, in Sanskrit, that pounder is called Ulukala. She tied him to the stone pounder and kept him in one place. She noticed that she wanted to tie him. She started taking the rope and she had in her hand, and every time when she tries to tie Krishna around that pounder, the rope would become short by 2 inches. She tried adding more pieces to the rope. Every time she noticed that the rope was short by 2 inches. So everybody, Krishna then slowly realizes, then Krishna, this is Krishna Leela. So he slowly allows her to tie after he is frustrated. He allowed himself to be tied by her. That is what happened. Here, the bhava here is, see, Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, at this stage, what is being told is, this Krishna, who even cannot be bound by yogis and rishis, allows himself to be bound by Yashoda, because Yashoda is having a relationship of Matru Vatsalya with Krishna. The love and grace which Yashoda received from Krishna was not experienced to the extent even by Brahma, Maheshwara or Mahalakshmi. So that was the Karunya of Bhagavan for the Bhaktas. So he allowed himself to be tied by her. That is what we have to say. Now, when he allows himself to be tied by her, Krishna, who was left to the pounding stone, he noticed the two trees which were actually there nearby his house. These two trees, so Krishna moves towards the two trees. He drags the pounding stone with him as he crawled to make his way. So he goes between the two trees, and the pounding stone gets caught between the two trees. As Krishna tries to pull the pounding stone, the trees got uprooted and fell down with a great noise. Now, after the trees got uprooted, two celestial beings came out from the fallen trees and addressed Krishna with folded hands. Now, this is Yamalarjuna Bhanjana Yanamaha. He is that Krishna who broke the two Arjuna trees. Why did he do that? So these two trees were actually Nalakubara and Manigriva, the sons of Kubera and servants of Rudra. Due to excessive arrogance and pride, they were roaming in the gardens of Mount Kailash in the company of women. So sage Narada comes nearby. These women, they were very shy when Narada came. However, these two Kubera sons, they continued to be arrogant. On seeing the behavior, Narada cursed them in the manner that they should correct the mistakes. So he told them that arrogance is not good for in a society, and they shall be born as the two trees in Gokula, and Krishna will, after the darshan of Krishna will help them get liberated. They will get liberated by the touch of Bhagavan Krishna. And these two Kubera sons only were born as two Arjuna trees. So the two celestial beings who came out of the fallen trees, they addressed Krishna and said, "Thank you for liberating us," and returned to their place. This is Yamalarjuna Bhanjana Yanamaha. This is chapter 9 in Bhagavatam, 10th skanda. Uttala Tala Bhetre Namaha. We just studied the Dhenukasura Bhanjana. In Dhenukasura Bhanjana, we spoke about the formidable, huge palm trees in the forest. Now, how did this Dhenukasura Bhanjana happen? That I said that Balarama picks that donkey Dhenuka with the hind legs and swirls it around and hits against the palm tree. When he hits against a palm tree, that palm tree because of the force, that palm tree got uprooted and fell on the next tree. Usually these palm trees are laid in a line. Now the first and the second, they fell on the third tree. The first, second, third, they fell on the fourth tree. It set off a chain reaction, resulting in the falling of a lines of trees. This is what is Uttala Tala Bhetre Namaha. Salutations to that Krishna. So though Balarama did that, since Krishna was also present there. So Uttala Tala Bhetre Namaha. Uttala, the word Uttala is huge, formidable, very tall palm trees. Uttala. Tala refers to palm trees. Bhetre refers to one who broke, one who uprooted. The huge palm trees. This is 15, chapter 15 in Dashamaskanda. Tamala Shyamala Kritaye Namaha. This is a very interesting nama. Tamala Shyamala Kritaye Namaha. Shyamala Kritihi, Akritihi form. Shyamala Kritihi. Shyamala, one who is dark. Now, how dark is he? He is like the Tamala Shyamala Kritihi. Tamala Shyamalam Iva Akritihi. Yasya. Now, this Tamala, when we go to Vanaushadhi Varga in Amarakosha and see what is the meaning of the word Tamala, we understand that Kalas Kandas Tamalasyat Tapinchopyatha Kalas Kandaha. The Tamala is a vriksha, is a tree which has a dark stump and a dark bark. Kalas Kandas Tamalasyat. This we understand from Amarakosha. Tapincho. It is also known as Tapincha. Tapinchastabakadvishe. There is one Mukha Panchashati, there is a shloka. This that also refers to this Tamala only. With another name. Tapincha is the other name for Tamala. So Tamala is a vriksha, is a tree which has a dark stump. So our Krishna is dark. We understood in the first day itself. Why did he take the avatara as Krishna? He could have chosen some other color. Why did he choose this blue-black color? So that Varna he chose for Dushta Samharatam. He wanted to indicate that I have come here to kill all the Rakshasas and free the Bhumata from the clutches of these Rakshasas. So in order to indicate that I have come here to destroy all the Rakshasas, he took the Krishna Varna birth. And you know, whenever the black color, Dushtanam Sampat Akarshati, it actually removes the Sampat of the bad people. That is why the black color. And he was black color, he was black like the Saligrama, shining like the Saligrama. This is what we saw with respect to the black color. So Tamala Shyamala Kritaye Namaha. Here one more upama, one more simile is given here. The black of Krishna was like a Shyamala Kriti, and it was like the Tamala tree. The next nama that we will be studying is Gopa Gopishwaraya Namaha. Gopa Gopishwaraya Namaha. Who are the Gopas? Gopas are the cowherds. Pullinga, male cowherds. Gopis are the female cowherds. They can be the patnis of Tatra Gopasya Patni Gopi iti bhavati. The female cowherds. Gopaha cha Gopyascha. Gopa Gopyaha. Gopa Gopinam Ishvaraha. One who is the master of the Gopas and the Gopis. Now we all know that Krishna, though he is a Yadava from the Devaki, he is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, he becomes a Gopala when he comes to the Gokula and Vrindavan. When he is in Gokula and Vrindavan before Kamsavadha, he becomes a Gopala. So normally all these Gopalas, in the morning they take the cows, they take the cows for grazing, and usually it will be Krishna only who will be leading all these cowherds. He will lead all the Gopalas of his age group. Krishna, Balarama, they will all go with all the cows, and they will play a lot of games. They will go far from Gokula. They will allow naturally they will allow the cows to graze and they come back. So he is called as since he is the master of Gopas and Gopis and he understands all of this, he himself is a cowherd. Gopa Gopishwaraya Namaha. The other interpretation of Gopa Gopishwara is, now these gopis, they were all rishis in their previous birth. They wanted to experience Bhagavan in the best possible way. So in this Janma also they say, so Krishna says in Ramavatara, I will not be able to help you with anything. But if you are born as gopis in the next Avatara, you can experience me as Bhagavan. So these rishis, they were born as gopis, and that is why they got the darshan of Bhagavan every time. Whatever Leela that Bhagavan did before Kamsavadha in Gokula and Vrindavan, all because these gopis were Punya Purushas, Maharishis, Yogis in their previous birth. Because of which only on Sharat Purnima, our Krishna does the Rasa Leela along with these gopis. Amongst these gopis, Radha was also there. He does the Rasa Leela and he dances with the gopis and gives them that bliss, that ananda, that they have danced with Bhagavan himself. That is why he becomes Gopa Gopishwaraya Namaha. Yogine Namaha. Yogi, who is a yogi? Yogi is one, yogaha syastiti yogi. One who has yoga. What is this yoga? Is this asana and all that yoga? Here the word yoga represents jnanam. It represents samadhi. Yogaha jnanam. Yoga means jnana. He can be reached by it. He is called yogi. Because he can be reached by only by jnana, he is called yogi. Yoga is samadhi. He who controls his self within his self is yogi. Now, in Vishnu Sahasranam also this Yogine Namaha is there. Bhagavan can be reached through yoga of jnana, and hence he is called yogi. This is one interpretation. He himself is a yogi. But so how do we interpret this? Bhagavan is achieved only by knowledge. Why is he achieved by knowledge only? Why not by karma? Why not by bhakti? Our Shankaracharya says that he is already there in you. And there is no other way other than knowing that he is within us, which is Atma Jnanam. And that is why he is Yogine Namaha. How do we know that? Through Samadhi. Through yoga, Abhyasa and Samadhi, we are able to understand our true nature. Our true nature is Atma Swarupa, is Ananda Swarupa. We are the Ananda Swarupis. Once we understand our true nature, we can understand the yogi within us. So Bhagavan Krishna is himself a yogi, absorbed in himself. So this is what is Yogine Namaha. Koti Surya Samaprabhaya Namaha. This is very simple. Koti Surya, crores of suns. one who has a similar luster like the crores of suns. Now, did anybody experience this? Is there any story related to this? I was thinking, there was this Brahma Mohana Leela. In Brahma Mohana Leela, and there is one more name also, Paranjyotishe Namaha, which is also similar to this. There was this Brahma Deva who sees the Leela of Krishna. He forgets himself that he has come from Vishnu. He is very egoistic. So he takes all the friends of Krishna alive and takes him to his Brahmaloka and keeps them there. When Krishna is just gone somewhere, he does this act. Krishna returns and finds that all his friends and boys are missing. Krishna, with his knowledge, he understands that it is Brahmadeva's act which has been done now. Then what he did was, Krishna assumed the forms of all the missing boys and the calves and all the items who came there, all the instruments, music instrument, lunchbox, everything. He then leads his own form of boys and returns to Vrindavan. Now all the mothers, they started, now it is Krishna in everybody's house. Even the calves are Krishna, even everything is Krishna now. Krishnamayam Jagat. Now here what happens, every mother sees that Krishna is very radiant. There's one mother feels, ayo, my boy was a little bit black. Why? How has he become more radiant and why Tejasvi now? There is some magic. And she feels that magic every day and enjoys that. So, Koti Surya Samaprabhaya Namaha, one who is having the luster of Koti Surya. And he could show that to these mothers. And he's through the Surya Bhagavan, he is also showing. The Surya Bhagavan, Narayana Sarasijasana Sannibishtaha. So this Narayana, he is called as Surya Narayana. And the Surya has got its radiance only by the Shakti of the Paramatma. And that Shakti is coming from the Paramatma. And it is that Shakti in Krishna Avatara, in Krishna's face, it is shining like anything. Koti Surya Samaprabhaya Namaha. Ilapataye Namaha. Ilapata. Ila refers to Bhudevi. Ilapatihi. How does he become the Bhupati? Bhudevi, he is the husband of Bhudevi, Sridevi, we say. And one more thing we should remember, this Krishna Avatara took place only because Bhudevi goes to Brahma and asks for help, that you have to help me, help to release me from the clutches of these Rakshasas. So Krishna Avatara takes place. You just imagine the number of Rakshasas he kills. Rama, in Rama Avatara, killed only one Ravana and Kumbhakarna and few other Rakshasas. Yes, he killed many Rakshasas in the, correct, he also kills many Rakshasas in the Aranyakanda. But here in Krishna Avatara, these Rakshasas, there were two kinds of Rakshasas. Kamsa's Rakshasas, Putana, Shakatasura, Trinavarta, Dhenukasura, Bakasura, Vyoma-sura, Pralambasura, Aghasura, all these Rakshasas who were sent by Kamsa. Then there was a set of Rakshasas after Kamsavadha. You had Shishupala, Narakasura, Jarasandha, Kalayavana, Banasura, Paundraka, Dvividha, Sudakshina, Dantavaktra, Salva. So many Rakshasas. All these Rakshasas were killed by Krishna one by one. After Kamsavadha, he starts doing, when he becomes the king of Dwaraka, he starts doing his duty of protection. So finally what he did, he became the protector of the earth. Ilapataye Namaha. He became Ilapati by releasing the Bhumi from all the clutches of all these Rakshasas. We should make a list of all the Rakshasas from Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever I could remember, I just told. These Rakshasas list, if you make, you will understand that these Rakshasas, there were a list of Rakshasas. We only remember Kamsa and Shishupala. But we have to remember all these Rakshasas. And Kamsa had a big team of Rakshasas. Every time he used to send new Rakshasas to kill Krishna in Gokula and Vrindavan. Ilapataye namaha, Paranjyotishe namaha. He is the supreme radiance. Paranjyotishe namaha. One who is the supreme radiance. He is Paranjyotis. The next nama is Yadavendraya namaha. Yadava Indra. Yadava represents the Yadu Vamsha or Yadava dynasty. Indra, ruler. He became the ruler of the Yadava dynasty when he became the king of Dwaraka. Yadavendraya namaha. Next, Yadudvahaya namaha. These Yadavas, they were not well-respected Kshatriyas until Krishna was born in their dynasty. Yadudvahaya namaha. Udvaha. Udvaha means one who uplifts, one who uplifted. Yadu Vamsha. So, I bow to Krishna, who was the reason for the upliftment of Yadu Vamsha. Just by his birth in the Yadu dynasty, as sons of Devaki and Vasudeva, he becomes, the entire dynasty becomes very famous. The Yadavas become very famous. They become very powerful. They help the Pandavas. Some of the Yadavas like Satyaki, etc. They help the Pandavas in the war also. Yadudvahaya namaha. Vanamaline namaha. This is a very interesting nama. We have one bhajan. Vanamalin Vasudeva. Vanamohana Radha Ramana. Shashivadana Sarasi Janayana Jaganmohana Radha Ramana. Vanamalin Vasudeva. What is this Vanamali? He is called, why is he called Vanamali? So Krishna is one person who likes the mala, which is mala garland, which is created by the flowers plucked from the forest. So if you say in Sanskrit, if you split Vanamali also, Vanodbhava Pushparachita Mala, Vanamali, Vanamala, it is Vanamala, Vanodbhava Pushparachita Mala. So you pick the flowers from the forest and create a mala out of it. That mala, one who likes that mala. Vanamala asyasti, he always wears that mala. Vanamala asyasti iti Vanamalin. Vanamaline namaha. Pita Vasase namaha. This is a very easy nama. All of us know this. Vasaha means cloth. Pita Vasaha, yellow cloth. Pita is yellow. Pitam Vasaha yasya saha. One who wears yellow robes, yellow cloths. He loves wearing yellow cloths. That is why Mahavishnu also is called as Pitambaraha. The Samudra Raja, there is one Subhashita. Pitambaram Vikshya Dadau Swakanyam. Charmambaram Vikshya Visham Samudraha. Now this Pitambara, Vishnu likes to dress nicely. When the Samudra Mathana took place, the Asuras and the Devas, they were churning the ocean. What happens? After some time, the Samudra, from the Samudra, here comes Visha, Kalakuta Visha, poison. Now, immediately the person who is selected to receive that poison was whom? Shiva. Because Shiva, how was Shiva dressed? Shiva was always, Shiva does not mind about his dress. He has a Gaja Charma. He has an elephant skin. Charmambara. He is called as Charmambara. And seeing that person, hey, can you take this poison? When Mahalakshmi comes out in of that ocean. Mahalakshmi comes out of the ocean in Kamala Pushpa. Yes, we spoke about this in Kamala Nathaya Namaha. When Mahalakshmi comes out, who is Samudra Raja selects whom as the receiver of Mahalakshmi? Mahavishnu. Why? Because he is always dressed neatly. Pitambara. That Subhashita there is a small Subhashita in Sanskrit. Pitambaram Vikshya, seeing the Pitambara of Mahavishnu, the Samudra Raja gave his own daughter in marriage to Mahavishnu. However, seeing Charmambara Dhara, seeing the Shiva with his Charma, he gives a poison to him. So what is the Tatparya? We should be dressed appropriately always. Pitavasase namaha. Parijatapaharakaya namaha. This is a very interesting story. Parijata apaharakaya namaha. Where is this Parijata tree? This Parijata tree is supposed to be in Indraloka. How did our Krishna bring the tree? He is the one who brought the Parijata tree. Parijata apaharakaya namaha. What happened? So there was this Narakasura. Satyabhama is one of the wives of Krishna. Satyabhama helps Krishna as in the war with Narakasura. And when Krishna defeats Narakasura, there are so many items that he has taken from Narakasura. This Narakasura has taken lot of items from Indra. So many items. So our Krishna says, okay, let us return all these items to Indra. So Krishna and Satyabhama, they go to Indraloka. In Indraloka, Satyabhama sees the Parijata Vriksha. She sees that Parijata tree. She says, this is a very nice tree, we should take it home. So Krishna takes the Parijata tree from the Indra's garden and returned to Dwaraka. There were many devas who tried to take back the tree from him, but he doesn't give back the tree. So Parijata tree came to this bhumi only because of Krishna. Today also we have this Parijata flowers which we use to do puja to Krishna. Parijata apaharakaya namaha. Parijata apaharakaya namaha. In chapter 59 Bhagavata, this particular incident story comes. Govardhana Achalordhatre namaha. There is nobody who does not know the Govardhana story. Govardhana is the name of a mountain. Gaha vardhayati iti Govardhanaha. That which increases the Gaha. What is the meaning of go? Earth, you can also call it earth, you can call it cow. There are so many meanings we said. We will take earth and cow here. So, the Govardhana is a mountain which can increase the prosperity of cows in your family. How? It gives all the medicines, herbs, trees, all that is which is grown in Govardhana is useful for the calves and the cows. So it increases your wealth, thereby it increases your wealth. That is why it is called Govardhana. So Govardhana is the name of a mountain. Now once Indra is very full of ego, at that time Krishna realizes that Indra is there. Indra is full of ego. He realizes that he has to remove the ego of Indra. So Krishna calls all the Nandagopa and others and says that the annual puja which is offered to Indra, it should not be offered to Indra, but it should be offered to Govardhana Parvata, because this Parvata is one which is actually giving us life, and it is this Parvata is giving life for us. Now, what does Indra do? He is very angry that this annual puja which was offered to him by the Gopalas was not performed. He sends huge clouds. He calls one person called Samvartaka. The Samvartaka is one person, one assistant of Indra who can create pralaya, and he can create heavy rains. So Samvartaka goes first, accompanied by some devas, and he starts destroying some of the cow sheds, and he first brings torrential rains accompanied by heavy winds. The entire location of Gokula was submerged in rainwaters. Gopalas, Gopikas, cows, everybody, they surrendered to Krishna and said, Krishna, protect us, Krishna, protect us. So Krishna, on seeing their situation and the plight, he decides to give them relief. So he goes to Govardhana Parvata. He just lifted the Govardhana Parvata with his hand and held it in his little finger, and asked all the cows, calves, and gopas, gopis, everybody to take shelter under that mountain, and assured them that this will not fall down. So he stood like this for 7 days without showing any strain of weakness or strain, without showing any signs of weakness or strain. Indra was overwhelmed. He saw the Leela of Krishna, and he realized that he was very egoistic. So he ordered the clouds and the torrential rains to stop. Then Krishna asked those people who were under that hill to come out, assuring that the weather has cleared, the flood waters had receded. So Krishna then places the Govardhana Parvata again in that place. So the Gopas, Gopis, everybody hugs Krishna. They praised him, they hugged him. Devas, Sadhyas, Siddhas, Gandharvas, everybody, they showered flowers on Krishna. And everybody offers prayers, Nandagopa, and they were all very happy. Then Nandagopa realizes what Gargamuni had told during the Namakarana. This Krishna is not an ordinary person. So on an earlier, he is Paravasudeva. He has many forms, he has many names. So he remembers, oh, what kind of a person is this Krishna? He can lift the Govardhana Parvata and stand for 7 days. So everybody were praising this. So then Indra, what does he do? He comes back, he brings Ganga river, and he does Abhisheka to Krishna, saying that if he brings the Airavata and the Ganga, henceforth Krishna will be known as Govinda. That is, Govinda Pattabhishekam happens after the Govardhana Achala Uddharta. Govardhana Achala Uddhartre Namaha. Achala is mountain. Na chalatiti Achalaha. That which does not move is mountain. Govardhana is the name of the mountain. Uddhartre, one who lifted the Govardhana mountain. Gopalaya Namaha. Gaha Palayati. He is the protector of the cows, one who protects the cows. We know this name. Sarva Palakaya Namaha. Not only he protects the cows, he protects everybody. Sarva Palakaya Namaha. He protects all. Whom all he has protected. Whom all he has given darshana. Yajnapatni, Gopis, all the Gopa boys. He has given, he has protected Draupadi. He has protected Bhishma. He has protected Krishna. There is one Kubja. He has protected through his Leela, he has protected so many people. Therefore, he is Sarva Palakaya Namaha. He has protected all the living beings, not only people, the living beings. Therefore, he is called as Sarva Palakaya Namaha, one who protects all. Ajaya Namaha. This is a very interesting name. It is present in the Vishnu Sahasranama also, 204. Vishnu Sahasranama 204, I think, or 96. There are two. Vishnu Sahasranama. What is the number? 204 is what I thought. Okay, 206. Okay. So now, Ajaya Namaha. So there are 2-3 meanings for this Aja. Ja means to be born. Ajaha means one who is not born at all. That means one who is not having any birth. One who is unborn. This is the first meaning. He is not born. He is not going to die also. So he always existed, which is Paramatma Vastu. That is why he is called as Aja. This is first thing. He is Aja. In Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, Nahi Jato na Jayeham na Janishye Kadachana. Kshetrajnaha Sarva Bhutanam Tasmat Aham Ajaha Smritaha. So Bhagavan Shankara says, I was neither born, I am born now. I will have no future birth. I am the source of all beings, and hence I am called Aja. Because he is the source of all beings from whom everything is coming out. He is called as Aja. Next, Aja. This is a very beautiful interpretation. The Ajati. If somebody says Ajati in Sanskrit, it means Gachati, goes, enters. Where does he enter? There is a Vedavakya for this. Tat srishtva tadeva nupravishat tadanupravishya. Tat srishtva. After having created this world, he entered the world himself. After having created the human being, the Bhakta, he enters the heart of Bhakta. Ajati, Gachati, he enters the heart of Bhakta. When he enters, what does he do? He removes the enemies. If he enters the heart, he removes the Kama, Krodha and other enemies. He also, there is one more shloka. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha matta smritir jnanam apohanancha. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. So hridi sannivishtaha, this Bhagavan is there in our heart. Ajati gachati bhakta hridayam gachati pravishati iti ajaha. Jayadeva in his Ashtapadi also talks about this bhava only when he starts the Ashtapadi shlokas. There is one more interpretation of Aja, one who is born from Aja, which is born out of Vishnu, Pradyumna. Pradyumna is the son of Krishna, if you take Krishnavatara. So in Krishnavatara, Pradyumna is born, and Pradyumna is an Amsha of Kamadeva. Therefore, Ajaya Namaha represents one who is born out of Vishnu, which is Kamadeva or Pradyumna. Atma vai putra namasi. So the Pradyumna's characteristics will be equal to the characteristics of the father Krishna. That is why he is called as Ajaya Namaha. The Parashara Bhattar, in his Vishnu Sahasrama Bhashya, he gives another interpretation of this Aja. He says for the jivas, Aja is that person who removes all the obstacles which prevent the jiva from attaining the Paramatma. Tesham jivanam swaprapti paripanti sarvam swayameva kshipati. He removes all the obstacles which prevent the jiva from attaining him. Therefore, he is called as Aja. Niranjanaya namaha. Niranjanaya namaha. One who is perfect. Ajyate. This Anjana word is there, no? Anjana. Anjana is to taint, to paint. To paint with what? Ajyate. What does our mind, our Atma gets tainted with? The Atma doesn't know it is Atma. It gets tainted with Ajnana, ignorance. Ajyate Ajnanam lipyate anena iti Anjanam. The word Anjana refers the tainted nature of the Atma, wherein it forgets that it is the Atma. Now, Niranjanaya Namaha. Bhagavan Krishna is not like that. He is Nirgatam Anjanam Yasya Saha, from whom this Anjana is gone out. That means he is the perfect person. He is the most pure person. He does not have any blemishes. He does not have any black marks. Such is the person of, such is the attribute of Bhagavan Krishna. Niranjanaya Namaha. Kama Janakaya Namaha. Again, who is the father of Pradyumna, one who creates the desire in us so that we cross the desire and we go to Kama Koti, which is Moksha. See, we have this Kama. This is a very beautiful nama. Kama, Krodha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So what is the order? Dharma is the first Purushartha, goal of life. Artha is the second one. Kama is the third one. Fourth one is Moksha. Now, why does Bhagavan gives us Kama? Because Kama is near to Moksha. It is the number 3 position. After Kama, you have to go to Moksha only. So therefore, he creates Kama in you so that you can exist, you can finish these Kamas in your existing life and go to Moksha, towards Moksha. So we all become Kama Kotis. Kotis means we start seeing the Moksha after our desires are fulfilled. So he creates desires, he makes sure those desires are fulfilled, and so that we aspire for Moksha and do not aspire for those desires again. That is why he is called as Kama Janakaya Namaha. Of course, Kama represents Pradyumna. Pradyumna is an amsha of Kama. Sayeva Jato Vaidarbhyam Krishnavirya Samudbhavaha Pradyumna iti Vikhyataha Sarvato Navaptituhu. Manmatha himself was born to Rukmini and Krishna and known as Pradyumna. He was nowhere less than his father. This is what Bhagavata says. That is why he is called as Kama Janakaya Namaha. Kanja Lochanaya Namaha. Kanja ityukte ka. The word ka represents Jalam. That which is born in water. Kanja. Ke jayate iti kanjaha. Kanjam. Padvam. Kamalam. Kanjam means lotus. Kanja lochana. Kanje iva lochane. Yasya saha. One who is having the lotus eyes. He is called as Kanja lochana. So with this, we will finish today's class. Let the lotus eyes of Bhagavan Krishna, his Kataksha, be there with us always. So we have done 55 namas in 3 classes. We have to do 3 more classes where we study the namas. Some of the, as you know, this Ashtottara Shatanamavali course, this nama, some namas are having stories. They narrate the incidents, anecdotes, leelas of Bhagavan Krishna. Some namas, they praise him, they praise his good qualities. Some namas are Panchakritya Parayanatva. Sarvapalakaya Namaha. He is the protector of everybody. Panchakritya Parayanatva means one who is all the devatas, they have this Panchakritya. 5 things that they do. They can do Srishti, they can do Sthiti, they can do Laya, they can do Tirobhava and Anugraha. As I told you, Srishti is creation, Sthiti is sustenance, Laya is dissolution when required, Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Tirobhava. Tirobhava is concealing this world through the Maya so that the Jiva can realize that this Jagat is Mithya and can come to Brahmavastu. That is Tirobhava. Anugraha is the blessings that the Devata does for the devotees, which we all experience even in Kali Yuga. So these are the 5 aspects which are always told in the Ashtottara or in Sahasranama, be it Devi Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, be it this one. You can see this Panchakritya Parayanatva being told, this aspect, this attribute of Panchakritya of the Devata being told in the Ashtottara. See, when the Ashtottara is composed, it is not composed like, okay, first I will tell the stories, then I will tell this. It is composed with respect to the meter of the shloka. As I told you, the namas of Ashtottara do not come directly. They come from the shloka. So the shloka enables this meter. They enable, so you have to fit the words in 16 letters. Srikrishna Kamala Nataha. Like that, you have to fit. First quarter should be 8 letters, 8 letters, 8, 8, 8, 8. So 16 letters in one line. So that is the that is how these Ashtotras are created by Maharshis or somebody, some scholars. And then we learn the shloka, and then we come to the Namavali, where we do the Archana. So let us enjoy this for another 3 classes we have. We will be, please don't miss any class. Request all of you to be hold on. There may be some nama which will be which will have the Vedanta and which will not, which has only one line of explanation. But there are some interesting namas where we have some stories. There are some interesting namas where we have bhavas. So let us enjoy all of these namas and enjoy the Krishna within ourselves. Dhanyavadaha. Sarvebhyaha Ram Ram Ram.